So this is a guide for Premiere users and how to replicate transitions. For the first transitions, the free glitch transitions actually looks like this, like that. We use transition 11 for this. We're going to use the glitch sound effect. And for that, we're going to go here. And this is the glitch sound effect. This is the full duration of it. And what you're going to do is decrease it to for like 3 seconds and 33 frames. Remind you, this is the timeline that I'm in right now is a 60-second frame timeline. So be sure to have your timeline at 60 frames as well for this to work. And once you've decreased it to 3 seconds and 33 frames, now decrease this to here to about 43 frames. Now you're completely aligned with what sound effect we use. Now take this frame here or go to the end of the frame and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames back, and you can cut this, and this is now the perfect line or the perfect cut for the transition to go in. We put this lines here because you can align it properly with the cut that transitions to the next image. Also, the cut for the free glitch transition, the actual transition itself, I recommend you to just find where it's completely white, a frame where it's completely white right here. You just get that and add a cut there so that you can align it properly to the cut between the two images. So the next one is this, which is Crunchlight is pretty easy. Just move 16 frames to the right and then cut. Yeah, I've left a note here. This is a 60 FPS or 60 frame per second timeline. You need to have that to work. So this is it. Boom. Cuts here. And just like the transition for here. Yep, pretty good. So now you've replicated the two important transitions. For the film burn, I just recently got the news that we will not be using that often anymore. So you can just ignore that and use these two instead. The ground light also is the same. The effect is the same for this source or the video itself, the video of the ground light transition. So that's that. All right. So now I'll try my best on to teaching you how to replicate the text. And so let's replicate this text. Okay, just a red text. Um, and this is what I did to replicate it. This is just a normal text. And this one is a built-in effect in DaVinci Resolve. The fade on. Yeah, here it is. Yep. So what I did here is I made a text. Adjusted accordingly. And adjusted the size. And this is the result. Something very similar, but not quite there. So it's really, for me, it's really difficult to replicate this. Yeah. So this red text. You can also change this to white. Yeah, quick note about the usage of red text. Please use red text if ever the word that you wanted to highlight is very negative. Like, for example, death, murder, captured, or anything in those lines. Please use red text. And if it's like reinforcements, anything that's positive. So the reinforcements is one of those. So you can use white text for that. All right, so now for the chapters. The chapter text that we originally use. And this is what I did to replicate it. It's basically this, but I just added another one at the bottom. Yep, and there's the fade. Pretty simple edit. This one's the title. This one's the chapter. But this is good for chapters and levels. So if like level 1, change it here, level 1, then the title of level 1. In this case, this is just used for chapters. For the settings, basically the same as this. Just experiment a bit on the sizing. This is a fade in and this is a fade out. So that's why there's a darker area here. Yep. And always use this sound effect when you show up text like these, the red ones and the white ones. Ones for the chapters. Boom. There's no sound effect for this because there's already a voiceover that's saying chapter 1 and the title. Now, this is for names. Names applies to characters and planet names. And this is how I do it. This is the original one. I'm not really sure how you can do this on Premiere Pro, but there's plenty of guides out there where you can have a typing effect where it shows up one by one. You can do that. Same goes here. Increase it a bit longer. I believe this is in the SFX that I gave you. SFX, the writing on keyboard effects. If not, please let me know. And now for the era or timeline, how we do it. The M25 is for like Millennia 25. We only show it like this, or the M25, M25, M15 to M25, and 012 dot M442. This is the only times we're gonna use this. If it's an era or the Great Crusade or Horus Heresy, those are eras. But instead of using this to show that, we use this instead, the white text. And also one more thing, the fire particles. This is the full duration of the fire particles, right? So what you're going to do is drag it down here and drag it down here. Now, duplicate this multiple times like this or any other way you can and add a cross fade on every single one of the gaps. Because if you don't, you're gonna have visual cuts. See? There's a really visible cut here, which is really annoying to see. So we add a crossfade to each one. So it doesn't really, we added crossfades to fix that issue. As you can see, you can't see the cuts anymore. And it seamlessly transitions to the next fire particle. Do this in all of that so that you will not have visible cuts. Right now for this is this is another type of text that you can use. This, this is also part of this, the red text and white texts. You can also use this variant if the word is too long, or for example, should look like this. Total destruction. You can even edit it like this. Or this one's red. So this is the original one. Now let's try to replicate it. Alright, so this is what I did. So this is 5 seconds long. Crossfade here. This one is position at Y72 and Y negative 71. Just experiment with this on Premiere Pro. I'm not sure if this has the same effects here. This is the simple one. And of course, let's put in the zooms. This one there. Here, let's change it to 150. Same goes for this. Boom. 150. Total destruction. Change the color of this to red. I just changed it to red because total the destruction part is negative, so that's why it's red. Alright, now let's duplicate this. Boom. Now here I've duplicated the text. So there, total destruction. I duplicated it. Thing right now is you can't add Gaussian blur directly to the text. So the solution for this, I found a solution. You can nest it, or you can nest the text, the bottom text, and on DaVinci Resolve it's compound clip, but on Premiere Pro it's nesting. I nest this one up. Clip to sample. It's just a name. Okay, now I can add a Gaussian blur to it now. Perfect. As you can see, boom. Without it, boom. Really dull, boom. Has a glow to it. Right now, one last thing for the VHS effect. Alright, so this is what you normally see when I gave out the video. We do not use the animated version of this. What we do is cut one frame or just one part of it. One frame is good. For example, this. Delete the rest, and I don't know what it's called in Premiere Pro, but here in DaVinci it's called freeze frame. So we just click this, freeze frame this, and now this is the one that we always use. Let me just extend this real quick. Boom. That is the one, and we add an opacity to it to 25%, and color dodge. This is what we usually do. It's I don't know if it's visible. Yeah, it's visible. You can see the lines. That's what they're aiming for. Color dodge and 25% opacity. I don't know what color dodge is, but please do experiment. The opacity is at 25%. Please apply VHS effects to all video clips in your project. So it has a VHS effect to it, makes it look like it's premium looking.